to a new framework for reporting our national health account. The new framework is called SHA 2011. It stands for the System of Health Accounts 2011. It is very important for us to actually migrate to SHA 2011 usage.
Why should we pay attention to your presentation first?
Yes.
I hope
from this presentation, it will help you decide or support us in the implementation.
I hope you will pay attention
to our presentation
so that you're able to make a good decision.
You are able to make a good decision for supporting us in the budget and also implementation of the SHA 2011 reporting for national health account. This SHA 2011.
For your information, SHA
2011 has new framework that has a wider definition and classification for the national health account. There are three main benefits and changes that has been made to SHA 2011 compared to the SHA 2000. The first one is actually there is a closer tracking for financial flow. Previously, we have the three axes, like the source. The first one is the source, and the second one is provider of financing, and the function of financing. So we reported everything in this three dimension, so that the health expenditure actually the same between those three axes. But now in SHA 2011, they widen the scope to have the framework wider. Including the financing scheme. Financing scheme means that the flow of fund is actually tracked down to the revenues of financing. So we don't
revenue of financing.
Yeah, we don't actually report the source of financing, but we go down to identifying the revenues, where it comes from. So this is more detailed financial flow tracking. And the second...
So what is the benefit? The benefit of this is...
The benefit of this is we can
identify
the actual flow of funds from the starting point until the consumption point.
Let me explain this.
Yeah.
Cakap?
Let me explain this.
Yang tadi itulah yang flow tu from.
Oh, let me explain this.
Further, yeah.
Further, the starting point is from where they get the source of
such as
money, such as the revenue.
Yeah, such as apa? Such as from where?
Oh, such as from the treasury. In the government sector, it's from the treasury, and then down to the ministry that is managing the finance, and go down to using the finance to the hospital as a provider, and for what function, what are the things they use it for, such as inpatient expenditure, and then go down to the the function is the final product of the health expenditure flow.
If currently without SHA
2011, we only start from the source. That means we start the flow of fund from the
ministry
that is managing the fund, which is the Ministry of Health in this case. And the functions go down to inpatient care, outpatient care, also day care. So
with SHA 2012,
2011, we can track the funding down to the level of treasury.
So we can determine. So we can determine
how much
where it is from, where it is coming from. For example, whether it comes from treasury.
For example, whether it comes from treasury or from other sources,
Such as?
the NGOs or the World Health Organization and so on.
Right. Now understand.
Okay. The second reason is because there is improved classification and boundaries of the and the inclusion and exclusion criteria of the framework. Criteria of the framework, we can have a more detailed and clearer definition of the classification, such as the functions of healthcare, which include not only just inpatient, for example, not only inpatient care as a function, but we can detail out the function of healthcare into departmental divisions. And instead of saying inpatient care expenditure, we can have finer detail.
For example,
down to
pediatric ward, pediatric department, oncology,
and radiology, pathology, and so on.
Geriatric. Ada kan? So on. Yeah.
And so on.
Yes.
Okay. The third reason is because we can have more detailed beneficiary account, such as we can have detailed account based on gender, socio-economic status, geographical location, and so on. This is also important in terms of especially the public health area. With the data, we can understand
who uses
the
medical fund, who uses medical expenditure, who consumes medical.
Who consume the medical expenditure the most, and we can
according to gender,
according to gender, socio-economic status or location, and the policymakers can decide which area should they actually focus on.
Yes. Right now we have no idea.
We don't have any idea whatsoever about
the consumption,
especially based on location.
Yes, we only know at the national level only.
At the national level or macro level only. So this is why SHA 2011 framework is very important for us to follow, and even the WHO requests us to use this framework for the expenditure reporting in year 2017.
To be implemented before?
To be implemented before the
31st December
2017.
Yes.
And
in order for us to implement this,
we need your support in terms of approval for budget, and the second one is the human resource for us to conduct the new questionnaires for getting the data.
In terms of budget, number one tadi.
In terms of budget.
Patut number one tadi, budget. Number one, budget.
Number one is in terms of budget.
We request 7.3 million.
More specific. Okay. Banyaknya.
Tak tahu lah.
Okay. Apa number?
Yalah, you should know lah your number. I don't know.
Okay. So we request about 1 million budget.
Okay, sorry when you request, don't say about.
Oh,
You must be more specific.
We request 1.3 million budget to
Per annum or throughout the project?
throughout the project.
Throughout the project, 1.3 million.
Throughout the project, it will be conducted in stages, starting from this year until the end of 2017. And the second is the
Manpower.
approval for
Additional manpower.
Additional manpower.
We need to set up a unit.
Set up a sub-unit for this purpose. We require 20 research officers to help us with the questionnaire development.
Research officers.
Research officers.
Lepas tu, dia punya job group dia apa dia?
Oh, research officers.
N ke H ke?
Itu Q.
Kalau QQ lah. I don't know. I just helping you ni. Q what?
Officers.
Q
41 and above. Q41 to Q48 to help.
You need to break out how many Q41, how many 44, how many 48.
20. We need 10 Q41. 3 Q44 and then 2 Q48.
Q48.
Yeah. Okay. So
Therefore,
I urge you to approve our decision,
our proposal, so that we can begin our work as soon as possible,
and
before the end of the year.
before the end of the year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.